Hello, this is Crystal Meach with Dow of the Heart, and today I have Mike, Mike J with me,
Yep.
the other MJ, and I I'm just gonna dive in like I always do, and I want to know more about you, Mike. Like, how did you get started as an artist?
So when I was younger, I always liked to draw and paint. So, and basically, when the world became more digital, I did too. So they started releasing a bunch of. That's when I first found out about. Well, when I first found out about Photoshop, started diving into there and actually kept up with it. I mean, it is a complicated software, but Photoshop led it to Illustrator, led into other programs such as After Effects, Premiere, which for video editing, and well, there are so many pieces of software, not even with Adobe, but like all their competitors as well. So
And I guess I'm interested. Like, have you been delving into like AI lately too, or
yes, a little bit.
a little bit?
hmm
Guess I'm just interested because it seems like it's taking the world by storm right now.
The funny thing, it actually is, but the funny thing with art is if you just use AI straight up, most people should be able to tell that, oh, you just used AI. But there are some features that and plugins like from AI that make things a lot easier. Like for example, if you wanted to switch a color scheme for a picture, say you created an illustration or drawing and you had like a warm color scheme, red, orange, yellow, and you wanted to switch to a like a cool color scheme, like blue, green, purple. AI actually has plugins where you could do it instantly instead of just going over the colors and things of that nature.
Oh, fascinating.
So that's the part of AI I do like.
Um, do you think like as an artist, AI still doesn't capture like I don't know, the essence of the artist? Do you notice that with an
Mm,
AI or not really?
for the most part, I do notice that because a lot of the free AI software that I've seen people use, like they create this sci-fi type thing to the art. So that's why I say it should be easy to pick out. And most AI images have like a certain glow to it. So that's another thing to look for. But yeah, for the most part, I do agree.
Okay. So can you tell me about like some of the projects that you've done that I guess you really enjoyed?
Yeah, some of the projects that I worked on is well, the one of the first startup businesses I worked with was this person started a company called Passion Fruit, which is a greeting card line. But so they had all the major holidays, major themes like birthdays, get well soon, but everything had a Caribbean twist to it. So when the idea was first presented, I thought it was really unique and just the overall process of seeing everything build from one piece to another and then seeing the completed project, like we spent maybe 4 to 5 months with the collaborating, getting the illustrations, doing the color, and getting the final drafts out. So that was actually a fun process.
Like, is that still available? Like, could we still see it?
Yes, it's still available.
Like, maybe we could put
Um,
it in the description box so that people could see it.
yes, I had to pull up the software, but I think I have some pieces on my portfolio too as well, so I can link one or the other.
Oh, nice. Do you want to share it here or do you want to just share it in the comments?
I can share it in the comments
Okay.
because it's a different URL, quote unquote.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to see that. And what about some other projects that, I mean, because it seems like you have a diverse array of projects that you've done.
Yeah. Another project is working with this manager, and the way I actually found them on Craigslist because they were asking for a music video at first. So I reached out to them and said, "How would you feel about a lyric video?" And they were open to the idea. So the first song we worked on was called Rhythm Boy, which was sung by Sharon Lewis. And that's actually available on YouTube. And I think it was like a not necessarily a voiceover, but I'm drawing a blank. What do you call those band like a cover song?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not sure if it's original or not, but I believe it's a cover song.
Oh,
But
nice.
they had a whole collection of songs. Like they really liked the first video, and they asked me to do three more. And I never heard of the management company that this person worked for, but they had a large collection of songs that they kept asking for videos, and they seemed to like it. So, and I was first. That was when I was first, like messing around, learning how to do video edits, learning how to do lyric videos. So that was also a fun process as well.
So, like you said, you just found these people on Craigslist, or how did
Yes,
you?
those two I actually did find on Craigslist,
So you were just
but
kind of like messing around looking for, I mean, potential work or potential project.
uh, well, I do well while building up my skills. And yes, at first I was looking on Craigslist for potential work, and surprisingly, those were actually legit for Craigslist.
That's so cool, though. I
Yeah.
mean, and so like random. Like, is there other clients that you've met like randomly, like through networking or on Alignable? I know we met on Alignable.
Yes, I'm still getting used to Alignable, so I've been using it since January, like really using it, and actually did my first Smart Connect last Sunday. Yep, last Sunday.
Oh, nice.
So still
What did
getting used to the perks of everything.
what did you think of the Smart Connects?
I I definitely see the potential. I definitely see why a lot of people will use it, and I definitely see why Alignable has gotten a lot of people to use premium because they only limit you to three smart connects a month for like the regular version. But no, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I definitely see the potential, and I plan to use it some more.
Nice. I I don't know if I told you there's also like Be Connected. That's another one that's kind of cool. Have you been on there?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Do you know what Microsoft Teams is?
Yes.
So, one of the Microsoft executives has moved to Be Connected that created Teams. And yeah, it's kind of interesting in that it's like a Zoom call, but it's interactive. So you have all your information on the side and you can, like click on your profile or your portfolio or if you're selling a product, etc. And it's all right there as you're talking, which is interesting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's different, but okay.
Yeah, it's different, and I can definitely see it with Alignable working back and forth. Like, like instead of having a Zoom call scheduled, maybe you have a Be Connected call
Right.
from the people that you're connecting with on Alignable. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat.
Would would that also substitute the use of, I think, what is it called, calendar?
um, I see people using Calendly on Be Connected, so I think there's
Okay.
of what I know, but I know that there's like some new upgrade that's going on right now. This is March 2024, and I know they're doing a new upgrade and Be Connected, so maybe there is going to be a calendar. I don't know. I know that they were going to have some new features in there. And what's great about Be Connected is you get a free 90 minutes, whereas on Zoom, if you have the free Zoom, you only get 40 minutes and you can't go back in anymore. They
Right.
close that loop. So I just think a lot of people will start using that soon.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, I'll
because
definitely have to keep that in mind.
yeah. So more about you. Like, let's hear about
And
some more projects.
and so I actually worked with a couple of music, like music projects. Some people I actually met on Instagram.
Okay.
Again, doing like lyric videos and cover art. And one person who I actually met while working at Fridays, believe it or not.
Nice.
And they said they do music. I said I do graphic design. And we stayed connected over, like, after we both left Fridays. And from time to time, still work together. Like, every time they have a project out. And so I try to, like, wherever there's a community of people, I try to hit every single community, whether in person, online, or different networking platforms. It, just really trying to get my name out there.
And when you do cover work for this person, like, do you just listen to the song and then something comes into your mind, or they have an idea, or how does that work?
A little bit of both. Some people would already have their own ideas, so which makes it easier. But I would still listen to the song to, like, add and throw my own twist into their idea, just to just so I won't have, like, just have a clearer vision of the project. But when they say they don't know what they want, they just know they want something. And making me really work for it. But that's when I really have to listen to the song and just brainstorm, try to pick out keywords, or if the title is actually a specific title, just brainstorm like images related to that title and see what I could come up with.
You know what I'm always so fascinated by in like music videos? I know they're not as big anymore as they once were, like, and I'm aging myself here, like in the 90s when MTV was like
Hmm.
growing up like huge. I always was interested in how the song sometimes was completely different than the music video.
Right.
So, do you do you when you have the vision for this cover art or for the music video, do you try to make it so that it's directly related to the song, or do you try to put a play on it so that it's, people think differently about the song?
For the most part, I try to make it related to the song, especially if the person's not too well known. So,
Okay. Interesting.
but I will probably down the road start experimenting with like different ideas not related to the song title, just to see what happens.
That's got to be the fun part, like, all the different ways that you can put a song together in a visual that's completely different than, maybe when you first listen to the song.
Right.
And do you like when you hear the beat of the song, do you does that does that create any sort of visual for you? Just hearing the song.
More so for the lyric videos instead of the cover art, because for lyric videos, yeah, it's pretty tedious. Well, it depends on if people cheat or not. Like if they use something automated to put the lyrics out, but like you really have to listen and try to match each word for the lyric, and that could that could be very time consuming.
Yeah, and depending on the tempo of the song, like if it's like a rap
Right.
video, how do you because they
Uh,
speak so fast.
Absolutely. But one thing I noticed with lyric videos, because when I had to like do that tedious process of matching the lyrics with the beat and all that, you hear I have to play it back to make sure I get the right spot. So I hear the song more than enough, and sometimes ideas just come like that.
And they just randomly come to you like in the middle of the
Yeah.
night or like as you're doing it or
Sometimes as I'm doing it, sometimes maybe hours later, days later, a day or two later. But because my process is I just leave it as a blank screen and just do the lyrics first. Try to get that. That's because that's the hardest part to me. So just doing the lyric animation on a blank screen just to see how it look, and I've sometimes I would send that to the artist to see how they like the animations, and it, sometimes they may think of something to add for like the background or the other motion graphics. But
fascinating. So tell me a little bit more about like being an artist. Like, can you tell me more about um like the vision that you bring to your projects?
mm, the like what I do differently than other artists, you mean, or
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an artist, but I'm just fascinated by what people maybe they have a vision in their mind and then they're able to bring it to real life and um yeah, so how does it come to you just randomly or you just
well,
always had the vision or
I'm not gonna lie. I can't speak for other artists, but I'm pretty sure they can relate. But sometimes it does not happen right away at all. Like, you know how some writers have a writer's block?
yeah.
Well, artists have an artist block as well. So
Okay.
it just really depends because sometimes an idea may come right away. Sometimes might have to wait a couple days, couple hours, or it could be the most random thing. Like it could be like a neighbor yelling in pain because they dropped something on their foot, or something you see on TV, like somebody shouting outside, or sometimes it's the most random things that spark that idea,
Wow.
and you either have to write it down or actually start doing it so you don't forget.
So you get the idea, but there's like a time limit on it before you like forget it, like a dream.
Right. Either that you either forget it or you just don't like it anymore. It's like when you really start thinking about it more.
Do you ever feel pressured by a project, like you have to perform or you have to
Yeah. All the
get
time.
it right?
All the time. Yeah, because I that's one thing I don't want to do is ever put a bad project out. So I'm always like, I hope they like this, or like, did I get the dimensions right? Does that color work with this color, or does that really look like the object? So,
Are there any projects that you do that are just for you?
yes, I would say so, but yes and no, because I would say yes because it's my idea and like something to keep for my portfolio, and but I would say no because I'm just working on my skills to improve and eventually do it for other people. But yeah, I do have a few passion projects that I work on every once in a while.
And that's, I guess, like I think about my own passion projects, and mine are more related to like when I see something. I can think of like tarot, for example. Like when you meditate on the card, uh,
Okay.
it reveals different different pictures in your mind, and so I guess me relating to you as an artist, like I just wonder, like as you're creating, like if things are revealed to you, like what I'm just fascinated by, as an artist, like how a picture comes to your mind, and then like you said, you have to write it down or you have to create it very quickly or else you'll forget it or it's gone or you're not passionate about it anymore.
Right. To be honest, everything is just really random, but I have gotten better about writing ideas down when they do come to mind, or like when a picture comes to mind, or when I'm stuck on something. And like I said, it's just really random.
That's fascinating.
But I
So do
think,
you what
about to say, I think that's true for every profession in a way. Like, kind of hard to explain, but I think that's pretty true for every profession.
Yeah, I mean, I can think of even in accounting, which
Right.
I never really thought of that as creative when I was doing it for like 18 years, but we're always creating, I guess. And it is a
Absolutely.
choice.
It's just a matter of if it's something linear or abstract.
Yeah, fascinating. So, can you tell me about any other projects?
that I'm currently working on, or
Yeah.
um, well, a couple of video projects that I might be working on. It depends on if I get chosen, but I don't think I can speak on it yet. But that's what I'm mainly doing right now. Like, because I've been like sending my portfolio application to different people that have video ideas on different websites, and usually if they shortlist you or if they're interested in you, they will ask you to do a sample just to see your style and like what it would be like to work with you. So currently within that process with a couple of people. So those are the main things I'm working on. But other than that, just building, trying to improve on different techniques and working on a few passion projects here and there.
Nice. Well, we will definitely put your information down below. And yeah, your portfolio, I'd love to see it. And thank you so much for coming on. And is there anything else you wanted to say before we sign off?
Uh, no, thank you for having me, and I will leave my portfolio links down in the description, and yeah, that's pretty much it to be honest. Well, thank you
Yeah,
for having me.
I would love to know if people contact you. Be fascinating.
I'll definitely let you know if that happens.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming on Tao of the Heart, and thank you for listening. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Thank you.